For years, the Jimny has ruled the compact off-road scene thanks to its unbeatable combo of affordability, simplicity, and sheer off-road prowess. But we all know Toyota's bringing the big guns to the party with the introduction of the Mini Land Cruiser. Now, the Land Cruiser brand has always been the king of the SUV jungle, known for its unparalleled durability and go-anywhere attitude. But by downsizing and getting in on the compact action, Toyota is clearly ready to challenge the Jimny's dominance in this increasingly popular segment. So, who's gonna come out on top in this epic showdown? Will the Jimny's scrappy underdog status and off-road chops be enough to fend off the Land Cruiser's heavyweight reputation? Let me lay down the facts for you, and you just watch carefully. Who is going to come on top, and what's the end plan here? Now we all know the Suzuki Jimny is the stuff of legend, right? Since way back in 1968, this little off-road warrior has been the go-to for a lot of adventurers and outdoor enthusiasts. I mean, the Jimny's rugged good looks and unstoppable trail tackling abilities have earned it a serious cult following. And it's no wonder other automakers have taken notice. When something's got that much of a rabid fan base, you know there's something special going on. Toyota, in particular, has clearly been paying attention to the Jimny's meteoric rise. Enter the Mini Land Cruiser, Toyota's strategic response to the growing compact SUV craze. See, the big, burly Land Cruiser has always been the king of the SUV jungle, renowned for its legendary toughness and go-anywhere attitude. But Toyota realized there's a whole segment of buyers out there who want that classic Land Cruiser heritage in a smaller, more maneuverable package. Toyota's cooked up a unique approach that's going to blow your mind and make this thing probably the most well-rounded compact off-roader on the market. They have thought of everything, and trust me, you're not going to want to miss this. Off-road capability. I know you're probably thinking, yeah, we get it. This Mini Land Cruiser's got power for days. But let me tell you, there's so much more to this beast than just raw muscle. See, Toyota didn't just slap a big engine in there and call it a day. Nope, they went all out, engineering a full-time four-wheel drive system that works in perfect harmony with those beefy center and rear lockers. I'm talking unparalleled traction and control, no matter what kind of gnarly terrain you throw at it. But the real magic, my friends, lies in the off-road geometry. These engineers must have spent countless hours fine-tuning every last angle, because the end result is nothing short of mind-blowing. A 32-degree approach angle, a 25-degree breakover, and a 22-degree departure. This thing navigates steep inclines and jagged rocks like a freaking mountaineer. Now, I know some of you are thinking, great, another hardcore off-road warrior. But hold up, because Toyota's got a few more tricks up their sleeve. This isn't just some one-trick pony, my friends. Nope, the Mini Land Cruiser is designed to be a true versatile workhorse, catering to the needs of everyone, not just the extreme off-road crowd. Let's not forget about the suspension tech that's going to make the Toyota Mini Land Cruiser an absolute off-road beast. First off, this thing's packing an advanced setup with independent dual control arms and coilovers up front, plus a beefy 5-link coil spring solid axle in the rear. But here's where things get really interesting. The Mini Land Cruiser's got this adaptive variable suspension system that's a total game changer. See, it allows each wheel to independently manage its damping and shock functions, constantly optimizing ride comfort and performance based on the conditions. So whether you're cruising down the highway or conquering some rugged trail, this thing's gonna keep you comfortable and in control. This advanced system not only enhances off-road performance, but also provides a level of comfort on highways that the Jimny simply can't achieve. Sure, the Jimny suspensions work well for its size and are solid in their own right, but Toyota's adaptive variable suspension in the Mini Land Cruiser gives it the upper hand. Plus, that robust suspension is dialed in to soak up all the shocks and bumps, so you can tackle the rough stuff without breaking a sweat. But don't get me wrong here, the Jimny's no slouch either. With its simpler but highly effective 3-link rigid axle setup and coil springs front and rear, that lightweight construction and rigid axle design work together to deliver impressive off-road traction and articulation, making it a favorite among the hardcore off-road crowd. And those approach and departure angles, downright impressive. Ultimately, while the Suzuki Jimny is an excellent choice for those who want a nimble, go-anywhere vehicle with a rich history of off-roading prowess, the Toyota Mini Land Cruiser steps up as the car you need for the most challenging terrains while still being a practical choice for everyday driving needs, making it a true all-rounder in today's off-road vehicle landscape. But how capable is it? Which one has the best power? Well, let's dive under the hood of this bad boy and see what Toyota's got cooking. First up, we've got the trusty 2TRF engine, the same reliable 4-cylinder workhorse that's been the heart and soul of legendary rigs like the Tacoma, Prado, and Hilux. This thing might not have that much power, but the mini Land Cruiser's packing a serious punch with that 3.5-liter V6 under the hood, cranking out around 409 horsepower, and with approximately 479 pound-feet of torque. This vehicle has more than enough power to conquer the steepest inclines and carry heavy loads without breaking a sweat. The Jimny, it is equipped with a smaller 1.5-liter 4-cylinder engine that delivers a modest 100 horsepower and 96 pound-feet of torque. And while it may not be as powerful, it's ideally suited for the Jimny's lightweight off-road oriented design. Plus, the mini Land Cruiser's rocking a slick 10-speed automatic that delivers buttery smooth, efficient shifting, whether you're cruising down the highway or tackling the trails. The Jimny, on the other hand, sticks with a good old 5-speed manual. It may not be as easy to use in some situations, but that stick shift provides a more engaging, driver-focused experience, not to mention lower maintenance costs. But as for acceleration and top speed, the mini Land Cruiser's got the clear edge. That burly V6 and auto box combo means fast takeoffs and high-speed capability that'll make highway passing a breeze. The Jimny, while lively and responsive, just can't match that raw power and top-end performance. But there's more. We've been hearing some juicy rumors about the mini Land Cruiser's hybrid version, and let me tell you, the hype is real. Now, the original plan hit a few snags during emissions testing, but you know what they say, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. And that's exactly what Toyota's done with the new iForce Max. Now, this is where things are about to get really interesting. See, Toyota's not just sticking this beastly iForce Max engine under the hood of some massive SUV, they're cramming it into a smaller, more agile package. And let me tell you, the possibilities are enough to make any gearhead's head spin. I know what you're thinking. At this point, surely the Jimny and this new Toyota SUV are in completely different classes, right? Well, kind of. Toyota's not playing by the normal rules here. They're not just trying to compete with the Jimny, they're aiming to straight up dominate the entire compact off-road segment. Plus, this hybrid is definitely a must to hit the final nail on the Jimny's coffin. You cannot forget about fuel efficiency. My friend, the Jimny's got the mini Land Cruiser beat in that department. With its smaller engine and lighter weight, the Jimny achieves approximately 33 miles per gallon in the city and 38 miles per gallon on the highway. The mini Land Cruiser, on the other hand, is a bit thirstier, managing around 16.5 miles per gallon in the city and 18.8 miles per gallon on the highway. So if saving on gas is a priority, the Jimny is definitely the way to go. Sure, the specifics are still tightly under wraps, but the performance numbers we've seen so far are enough to get any self-respecting gearhead's heart racing. And you know what's got me the most pumped? The sheer potential for an off-road experience that's unlike anything we've ever seen before. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to what you value most. The mini Land Cruiser's got the muscle and capability to tackle any terrain, while the Jimny's a more economical, enthusiast-focused off-road warrior. Tough call, right? Especially when you start thinking about how this will influence other things like comfort, convenience, and overall appeal. Let's break it down. And what about design? Well, look at the mini Land Cruiser. It's like they took the legendary Land Cruiser and shrunk it down to pocket-sized perfection. Bold, boxy lines and a commanding grille that demands attention. This thing oozes classic SUV style. Toyota blended that timeless aesthetic with a modern twist that's just downright mesmerizing. Sleek accents and a muscular stance. It's a seamless fusion of the old and the new that's sure to turn heads everywhere you go. And the attention to detail is amazing. That front grille is a proud symbol of the Land Cruiser's storied legacy, but it's not just for show. Pair it with those fender flares and square mirrors, and you've got a perfect balance of rugged toughness and refined elegance. It's like the mini Land Cruiser was built to be a real head turner, whether you're navigating the urban jungle or conquering the great outdoors. But wait, there's more. Toyota's gone and made this thing a total wind-slicing champ thanks to some seriously impressive aerodynamics. That sculpted bodywork isn't just for good looks. It's minimizing air resistance, boosting fuel efficiency, and keeping you stable even at highway speeds. Perfect for those long road trips where you just want to eat up the miles. And the customization options? Off the charts, my friends. From paint colors to interior finishes and all the off-road accessories you can dream of, you can tailor this little beast to match your personal style, whether that's rugged and ready or sleek and sophisticated. It's like having a bespoke adventure vehicle built just for you. When it comes to the Toyota Mini Land Cruiser, safety is the name of the game. I'm talking about an advanced driver assistance suite that's packing the latest and greatest tech, integrated navigation to keep you on track, and an entertainment system that's your gateway to connectivity and entertainment. This thing is loaded with features that'll make every drive a total breeze. But let's talk storage, because we all know that's a critical factor, whether you're headed out for a weekend adventure or just tackling your daily to-dos. The Mini Land Cruiser's got smart, versatile storage solutions that'll neatly organize everything from your camping gear to that weekly grocery haul. And get this, despite its compact size, this SUV still manages to offer a surprisingly spacious cabin that can comfortably fit 5 passengers. Family trips and outings with friends? No problem at all. Now, let's talk tech, because this Toyota isn't just about brawn and bravado, my friends. Nope, it's got the brains to back it up, too. We're talking intuitive infotainment systems, advanced safety suites, the whole 9 yards. It's the kind of vehicle that'll keep you connected, entertained, and protected no matter where the road takes you. And you know what? Even though the Mini Land Cruiser clearly took a lot of inspiration from its bigger, badder sibling, Toyota's done a seriously impressive job of bringing that iconic aesthetic into a compact package. I could go on and on about the features, but at the end of the day, the real test is how well it fits your lifestyle. The Suzuki Jimny features a distinctive and rugged design that pays homage to classic off-road vehicles while incorporating modern elements. Its compact size, boxy silhouette, and flat surfaces make it easily recognizable and functional, providing excellent visibility and maneuverability in tight spaces. It has bold, angular headlights and a square grille that enhances its adventurous personality, while the overall design combines practicality with a playful charm that appeals to both off-road enthusiasts and urban drivers alike. But enough about design and looks, let's talk about the thing that holds them all together. Platform. Toyota's new compact is nearly 15 feet long, over 6 feet tall, and a whopping 6.5 feet wide. But don't let those big numbers fool you, because this baby's still firmly planted in the compact SUV category. How, you ask? Well, it's about 8 inches taller than the Corolla Cross, but they've managed to keep that nimble, agile wheelbase. It's the best of both worlds, my friends. The extra headroom of a larger rig, with all the handling prowess of a compact. But here's where things get really interesting. This isn't your average crossover built on the Corolla platform, like everyone thought so. No, this upcoming marvel from Toyota is packing a robust ladder frame architecture, and that's a serious game changer. We're talking raw strength, exhilarating performance, and an off-road pedigree that leaves even the mightiest rivals in the dust. Take the Suzuki Jimny for instance. That thing may have a sturdy ladder frame, but Toyota's new platform is in a whole other league. It's tougher, sturdier, and an absolute game changer for the compact SUV segment. This thing's got the backbone to tackle towing and off-road exploration like no other, and that ladder frame foundation is what really sets this Toyota apart from the competition. It's not just another crossover. This is a rig built to conquer the rough stuff with confidence. Plus, it enhances something very crucial. Price and resale value. Let me explain. Toyota is laser focused on carving out a whole new niche for themselves, staking their claim as true automotive legends. And if the insider intel from Best Car is anything to go by, they're coming out swinging with a price tag that's gonna make your eyes pop. We're talking 3 million to 3.8 million yen, which works out to roughly $20,000 to $25,500. Now, I know what you're thinking. Here we go with the old dealer tricks and hidden fees. But hold up, because even with a few extras thrown in, this baby is going to land somewhere between $30,000 and $40,000. And get this, that puts it right under the starting price of the legendary Toyota 4Runner, which is an absolute beast of an off-roader in its own right. But wait, it gets even better. Remember the adorable Suzuki Jimny, that pocket-sized off-road champ? Well, as beloved as it isn't even officially sold in the US, and the gray market imports can set you back a cool $45,000 or more. Toyota is not just trying to undercut the competition here, folks. They're bringing the heat with some serious innovation on the side. Now let's talk resale value, because that's a big deal when you're dropping serious cash on a new ride. And let me tell you, the Toyota Mini Land Cruiser is sitting pretty in that department. I mean, let's face it, the Toyota name is synonymous with reliability and durability. Just look at the bigger Land Cruiser models. Those things hold their value like nobody's business. It's a testament to Toyota's engineering prowess and the unwavering love of their loyal fan base. But the real kicker is that every single new Toyota, including this Mini Land Cruiser, comes with a killer 36-month, 36,000-mile limited warranty. That's Toyota putting their money where their mouth is, folks. They're so confident in the craftsmanship of this little off-road beast that they're practically daring you to find a flaw. And it will definitely be enough to convince people to spend money on this thing, the Suzuki Jimny. Don't get me wrong, that thing's got a serious cult following, especially in places like Australia where it's officially sold. But in USA, where the Jimny's a gray market import, those prices can get downright outrageous for the value it brings. And as much as we all love the scrappy underdog, the Jimny's status as a smaller, more niche model means its resale value just can't quite match up to the Toyota's mainstream appeal. It's simple economics, my friends. Now let's take a look at their drawbacks. There must be some issues, right? Challenges. Now let's get real. The big question on everyone's mind is how the Toyota Mini Land Cruiser is going to measure up against its bigger, badder siblings. I mean, the Land Cruiser name is practically synonymous with unstoppable off-road prowess. But can this little guy really hang with the big boys? Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Toyota's got a legendary pedigree when it comes to building rigs that can tackle the gnarliest terrain, but the Mini is a brand new model. So while the expectations are sky high, we're just gonna have to wait for some real world testing to see if it can truly live up to that legendary Land Cruiser legacy. And you know, that's got some of the die-hard fans a little worried. These folks have been swearing by the big beefy Land Cruiser for decades, and they're not sure a more compact, affordable version won't somehow dilute that hardcore off-road cred. Heck, they'd rather Toyota just strip down the full-size model and sell it at a lower price point instead of making something untested. Keep that iconic name pure, you know? But that doesn't mean it is the end of this thing. I mean, just look at the Suzuki Jimny's dark. It isn't all sunshine and rainbows with this little off-road warrior. First up, let's address the elephant in the room, the cramped, claustrophobic interior. I mean, the Jimny's compact, go anywhere design is great and all, but the rear seats feel downright snug and the trunk space is practically non-existent. Not exactly the most practical choice for families or anyone who needs to haul more than a couple of overnight bags. And then there's the noise. Crank this thing up on the highway and the cabin gets downright deafening. That short gearing and lack of a sixth gear mean wind and road noise just become unbearable at speeds above 50 miles per hour. So if you're planning on doing a lot of long distance driving, the Jimny might not be your best travel buddy. But wait, there's more. This retro style off-roader also comes up short when it comes to modern tech and creature comforts. The infotainment system feels like it's straight out of the Stone Age. And forget about the latest driver assistance features. If you're a gadget-loving gearhead, the Jimny's basic amenities could be a real letdown. And let's not even get started on those pesky electrical gremlins, battery drainage, alternator issues, lighting problems, the whole 9 yards. Owners have reported all kinds of frustrating electrical snafus that can make this Suzuki a real headache to live with. Ultimately, the Jimny's unique design and single-minded focus on off-road performance might not be enough to win over the mainstream SUV crowd. I mean, let's be real. If you need a practical, family-friendly ride, this quirky little beast probably isn't going to cut it. Its niche appeal could seriously limit its sales potential compared to more versatile competitors. But these two are not the only ones on the market, so let's look at the competition. Some of the best in this class, so watch carefully. Ford Bronco. After a 25-year hiatus, the Bronco is back and better than ever, packing a killer combo of retro style, next-level off-road chops, and modern creature comforts. I'm talking a boxy silhouette, round headlights, and a removable hardtop that'll let you soak up the sun. It's like a classic icon that's been given a serious 21st century makeover. Under the hood, you've got two engine options to choose from: a 2.3-liter EcoBoost 4-banger with 300 horsepower and 325 lb-ft of torque, or a beefy 2.7-liter EcoBoost V6 that's packing 330 horses and 415 lb-ft. Both are mated to a smooth shifting 10-speed automatic, and you can even get a 7-speed manual with the 2.3-liter if you really want to get your hands dirty. And let's talk off-road chops. This thing's got 4-wheel drive, locking differentials, and the Sasquatch package, 35-inch tires, Bilstein shocks, and high-clearance fender flares that'll make even the toughest terrain feel like a walk in the park. Plus, that independent front suspension and solid rear axle combo deliver a comfortable ride on the highway and impressive articulation when the going gets tough. Now, the big question, how much is this off-road beast going to set you back? Well, the Bronco's available in 7 different trim levels, with the base 2-door model starting at just $29,995. And if you really want to go all out, the top-of-the-line first edition will run you $63,500. Not exactly pocket change, right? The other car on the list is Jeep Wrangler. Let's start with the powertrain, shall we? Under the hood, you've got some serious muscle to choose from. The standard 3.6-liter V6 is no slouch, pumping out 285 horsepower and 260 lb-ft of torque. But if you're looking to really unleash the beast, the turbocharged 2.0-liter inline-4 is where it's at, with 270 horses and 295 lb-ft of twist. And for those of you who want to max out the funometer, the Rubicon 392 is packing a monstrous 6.4-liter Hemi V8 with a jaw-dropping 470 horsepower and 470 lb-ft. Now, the real magic happens when you pair those engines with the Wrangler's robust 4x4 system, solid axles, and insane ground clearance. This thing was built to conquer the gnarliest off-road terrain, and the Rubicon trim takes it to a whole other level with locking diffs, sway bar disconnects, and heavy-duty axles. It's like having a beast of burden and a race car all wrapped up in one rugged package. But the Wrangler isn't just a one-trick pony, my friends. Step inside and you'll find a cabin that's equal parts rugged and refined. The seating is designed for maximum comfort and visibility, with ample headroom and that commanding driving position that Jeep fans love. And the 4-door unlimited model? Talk about family-friendly, with tons of rear seat space that'll keep the whole crew happy. Now, I know what you're thinking. With all that capability, the Wrangler's gotta be a gas-guzzling monster, right? Well, not exactly. The V6 model is getting an EPA estimated 20 mid-PG combined, and even the Rubicon trims with their off-road enhancements aren't too far off the pace. Sure, it's not going to win any fuel efficiency awards, but it's definitely not a total fuel-sucking nightmare either. Well, there you have it, a detailed look at how the upcoming Toyota Mini Land Cruiser stacks up against the beloved Suzuki Jimny in the compact off-road SUV segment. But before you make your decision, you need to know about one more competitor in this segment that is making waves: the Subaru Forester. This thing brings so much more unique things to the market that it is hard to not make a full video on. So we did that. Go watch it. Thanks for finishing this. I will see you there.